Let's dance for the festival.
Hello, 大家好。
Good evening. Welcome to the chat room of CGTN, my New Year beat. Today we're gonna bring you a spectacular show mingling traditional Chinese dance and Western street dance. 2 days ago we had folk dance and yesterday we had street dance, and today we're gonna mingle them, mix them together. Well, I'm looking forward to this show because we all watch street dance and we all have a lot of knowledge about folk dance in China. I have never seen how they mingle together. Well, it's quite characteristic for Chinese folk dance. There are many different styles. As you know, China has a lot of ethnic groups. So today we're gonna combine them together. Well, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Our first guest is Vladimir Wang from Russia. That's awesome. Thank you very much for coming. Well, do you think this is just like spacewalk? It's very gentle, and look at those steps and very light, very gentle. I think that he is separating his hands and legs, and that is most characteristic of him. So now let's bring on stage our second guest. And yesterday he showed us those fantastic Tibetan dance, but today he has switched to street dance. Now let's give the floor to Basang. That's awesome. Hassan is especially good at folk dance, but today he has switched to street dance. He's a very typical Tibetan guy, and he is good at both the original folk dance and also the Western dance. And look at his facial expression. He gives you this facial expression when he looks at the camera, and this is quite intimate, and this is like a very intimate interaction with the viewers. That is unique to him, and this is also quite characteristic just to himself. Now let's bring on stage Roska, our dancer from France. Fantastic. Thank you very much for your fantastic show. Roska has been here for only 8 months, but there is a strong Chinese element in it, and this is just like a combination of Tai Chi and also folk dance, and this is very Chinese. But I can also feel a little bit hip-hop, and Roska is a very popular guest of our show. A couple of days ago, and we received a lot of positive comments under his performance.
Roska, you have got tons of fans on the internet.
It's not just Roska, it's all the dancers that we have on our stage. And a couple of days ago, I believe that they have garnered a lot of followers, and this is also thanks to our team. And now let's give the stage to Chen Xin. And let's bring on stage Catsby. Awesome. So our new guest, this is the new style, and this is just fantastic. Well, it seems that each and every of his joint is movable and it's so flexible, and this is so wobbling. And also he's jumping right to the pace, and it seems that he has a lot more joints than we have on our body. So our next guest is Anji Si, a Mongolian guy. Okay. Anji is such a great performer and dancer, and he's from the Mongolian ethnic group in China, and he is focusing on street dance today. So today we basically studied from street dance. I'm so surprised because yesterday our ethnic dancers, and they give us very typical folk dances, but today they are equally spectacular with their street dances, and today each and every one of them have their own unique styles. I'm the only lady here and surrounded by a bunch of handsome guys, and I feel very happy right now. So as we were just talking about before this show, and we were talking about this competition or collision between the street dance and folk dance, and at the very end of this program we're going to show our audience how these two dances can mingle together. So I hope that you can stay tuned to the very end, because we have some fantastic shows at the very end of this program, because at the end they're going to mix every movement together. So once again, thank you very much for coming. Well, let me get familiar with everyone, and why don't you introduce yourselves one by one?
So，
My name is Wu Wang. I come from Siberia of Russia. I have been in Beijing, in China for a very long time. Since coming to China, I have made a lot of friends through street dance. I have been dancing while learning Chinese. I have been dancing for more than 10 years. I actually studied when I was a kid, but I stopped for some period of time. I should say dancing has always been part of my life. I believe dancing is part of our culture, and so my life is about dancing and making friends with the locals. Well, awesome. You studied from a very young age, and you're from Russia, but you speak a lot of Chinese, and you speak very good Chinese, and I believe that there is a little bit dialect from the northeastern part of China. So that's more dialect, a demo from northeastern part of China. Have you lived in northeastern part of China? Yes, I graduated from Liaoning University. So you stayed in Liaoning for 5 years, and how many years have you stayed in Beijing? 6 years. Awesome. He used to do foreign trade, and now he has shifted to culture. So this is my hobby, and this is what I will do in the next step. So what about Hassan? Hassan, you have been an old friend, and this is your second time on this program. Why don't you introduce yourself again? Hello, my name is Hassan. I come from Qinghai province, and this is such a great opportunity. It's a great privilege coming here, having the chance to sit down with all the masters and learn from each other. And this, I believe, is a great gift to myself. We are bound to dancing, and I believe Qinghai is a great place. We know a lot about the Tibetan culture. A lot of the Tibetans, they are naturally genius of dancers, and they have their own styles. Basan, let me ask you this question. What does your name mean? So Bao is just my family name. It's like hero. And Basan is Friday. And in a Tibetan calendar, Friday is the good date. So put together, my name means the hero born on Friday. But Friday in English gives you this very relaxed feeling. Thank God it's Friday and we can go out and party. So what about Raska? Good evening, my name is Raska. I come from France.
This is all I can say in English for the moment. In Chinese, sorry, for the moment. But I'm so happy to be here for the second time. And I'm happy to meet really other style of dance, traditional folk Chinese dance. I'm so happy to meet those incredible dancers. So basically, I'm from France, and my style is hip hop, as we call also new style, and we can find even many names during the generation. I'm representing the new generation of France, and I'm happy because I can, arrive in China, even if I don't speak the language yet, I can connect with Chinese and other foreigners dancers because the body language actually is the same. Whatever the culture, whatever the ethnic, we're still dancing the same way, from the heart to the stage. So I'm happy to connect with you guys, and I'm happy to be here with you.
Orska 说他代表的是新一代的这个法国人，是吧？而且舞蹈，你有没有发现？
So Raska said that he's representing the new generation of French people, but have you noticed that dancing in itself is a language? And you can see that from their rehearsal process, and they were communicating without speaking the same language. And you don't need a language when you're dancing, because dancing
of your fingers and then you do it, you think. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, Catch B.
Now our new guest, Catch B.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Catch B， 来自于。
Good evening. My name is Catch B. I come from Beijing, China. I have been dancing for 10 years. I have been dancing hip hop. Well, that is due to the influence of my teacher, and also due to the dances in the United States I have been learning. I have been insisting to that style in the 1990s. Different people love different style. This is the hip hop I'm loving. I have been quite persistent to this style. I also bring hip hop to more people so that everybody can get on the move and move their body. I believe that music and dance is a great part of our life, and we can get together and there can be no borders. China, Russia, Japan, Korea, Europe, as long as there is dance, there can be friendship. Truly, we are from different backgrounds, different countries, different cultural background, and different ethnic groups. You cannot give one definition to one person, and this is multicultural, and this is also the feature of our program. And we have one more guest, and so Anjis, introduce yourself. My name is Anjis. I come from Inner Mongolia. I come from Kurchin of Tongyao City. I have been dancing for 12 years, and right now I'm learning at the Central Academy of Folk Arts. Today is a great pleasure to be joined with all the different dancers from different backgrounds. It's such a great privilege, and later I believe we're gonna give you a mixed performance of street dance and folk dance. So Anjis, you can give a lot of very challenging moves. I think this is partially due to your background of folk dance, and you have been learning folk dance for quite a number of years, and you know a lot of those very difficult moves. Well, I know that he can jump in air and rotate for like 2 circles, and that's just incredible. So thank you very much to our five guests, and they're from different backgrounds, and they're just excellent masters of dance. So dear audience, no matter which channel you are watching us right now, tell us your New Year wishes, and also if you have any questions to them about dance, about life, drop us a comment on our CGTN platform and also on our Twitter and Facebook accounts, and we're gonna read out your messages and questions to them, and they may give you an answer. Well, before we go, let me ask you, what is your New Year wish? Well, a couple of years ago at the programs of CGTN, at the end of the year, my wish was find a boyfriend the next year, but I have failed each and every year. So this year, let me not make this wish. But this year is special. This is the year of Tiger. Well, it doesn't matter this year because I'm seated in a group of guys, and I can just enjoy your performance. And also, you can ask a lot of questions, and we have all of us here, and we can answer your questions. And now let's get into the chat round. I have a lot of questions. I was having some private chat with those guests. Rashka,
you have been doing hip hop for over 10 years, right?
Yes.
And then so we would like to focus on innovation, and how do you incorporate new elements into hip hop culture?
So to start, as a hip hop dancer, and maybe I can say I have a lot of experience in this hip hop culture. To mix with other style, we need to learn. So I need to go back to the time when I was a student, a beginners, and learn from another style. Can be whatever it is, ballet, contemporary, or Tibetan style, Mongolian style, whatever. I need to go back to the time I was a student and, go to see teachers from other styles and learn from them. Ask them the information, where it's coming from. From that, I can start to build kind of a source of, from my style to another one. But I have to go step by step. I really need to learn the foundations first. And I think this is really the most important for all the students who want to learn dance. Many kind of style, whatever it is, you need to learn first the foundation to then incorporate to another style. You need to know why you do this movement, why you go over there, why you go down, why you go up. And after that, you can start to build a relationship between those two styles and it's asking a lot of hours of practicing, but at the end, it's looking amazing.
Yeah, I think that is also very Chinese. You know, according to Confucianism, humble makes progress. You have to go back to where you started,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Okay， 就有点像我们说
this
这个
is
谦虚
like
使人进步
if
这
you're
个
modest, you
文
can
化
make a lot of
今天穿的
progress
这个
and
衣服啊，我们
You're
在电视
dressed
里边也是
very
可以
well
看到
today, and it's
非常
very
中国
Chinese.
是吧？
And this
有
is
点像
just
这个
like the Chinese culture.
谦虚使人进步，可以和大家
So this shows how modest you are and you are willing to learn with all the guys here. So Roska has said that although he has danced for 10 years, but today, meeting all of you, he's just a student and he wants to put himself in a very inferior position and learn from you guys. And this is just amazing, and this is the attitude that you have whenever you jump into a new circle.
You have to keep learning. Yeah, I think that is the essence. Oh, that is lovely. Okay, so what is dancing to you exactly? You have been doing this for over a decade, and then you have been staying in China for only 8 months. And I love what you said just now. This is very much like humble makes progress. And then, so you have already got the hang of it probably, and then you have the traditional Chinese costume over there, and also the Chinese knot. I love it. So what is dance to you exactly? 跳舞的话，对于你来说是意味着什么呢？
So for me, dance, of course, I need to start to say dance is everything for me, but to have more details, I'm from a family of many brothers and sisters. We are 8 children, and we all received that dance culture from our mom. So first, dance was a culture for us, you know. I'm from Africa, and so we were used to see our mom dancing. So from there, we had a vision of, oh, what is dance? Folk dance from Africa. So first of all, dance for me is a culture, right? So I started to dance. I met hip-hop, fell in love with this style, and after that, with dance, I saw hope, you know, because back in the time, it can be a situation for many dancers all over the world. We don't have a lot of money to accomplish some of our dreams, and dance was one of the dreams I can reach without money, without any possessions or needs. So I realized that I have hope with dance. I can be whatever I want to go, be whatever I want to be with dance. And I'm happy because I made this dream come true. So this is why dance for me is life. Dance is everything. Dance was my hope, and now dance is my blessing. And I'm going to keep dancing and pushing till I go to another level.
Yeah, I love your speech, and the key word is hope. Yeah, the key word is hope. 这关键词就是
The
希
key
望。
word is hope.
而且他也
And
是在这个
so he was
出生
born
的这
in
个
a
环境
dancing family.
我觉得他刚才讲了
I'm
一点，我
quite
特别喜欢
impressed
的
that
是他是讲他本身是一个来
He
自
said that
很
he
大的
came
家庭
from a big family with 7, 8 brothers and sisters, and they grew up watching their mother dance. And this is not a profession, but this is just part of their life, and this is their culture. So they have grown up watching their mother dancing. They grew up in that environment, and gradually that became part of their life.
他的这个
And what about Basang? You grew up in a similar environment? I have 4 siblings.
这个舞蹈来说，对你来说
Well, I'm the best dancer,
啊，肯定是你，你很自
so
信。
you're very confident.
康巴
So you're from Tibet, and I believe that being confident is part of your character. What a same question for you, and what does dancing mean for you? Well, dancing means a lot to me, and right now, dancing is just my love, my
OK，
wife, and today is just amazing because I can dance with different styles, and this is my New Year gift to myself.
所以你是觉得
So today, seeing many different dancers, and
对于你作为一个舞者
so you feel very lucky and you value and cherish this day. Yes, truly, because those are just my idols, and I can take photos with them and learn with them.
不是有个问题，因为比如说我们
We were talking about the innovation of
但是我
hip
知道
hop.
你是刚才也
Hip hop
提到
and
一直在
KGB has been engaged in innovation, and you have been quite persistent with the hip hop of the United States in 1990s. And why was that? Well, I believe I'm very positively influenced by hip hop in the 1990s in the US, and I'm deeply influenced by my teacher. I believe hip hop is just life
因为 hiphop 有句话叫
for them.
for life
And there's this saying goes as hip hop
诞生和创造全都是
for
来自于
life.
他们的
So
生活。
hip hop comes from life, and there are a lot of the elements and movement that are actually from our daily life. So I can see how free and happy they are, and how united they are,
然后看到了他们
and also how innovative, how tolerant and inclusive hip hop is. And this is why I fell in love with hip hop. Our times are changing, music is changing, and there are many different styles emerging, but all those elements can go into hip hop, and because hip hop is very inclusive, I prefer the 1990s style. I've been quite persistent. I want to spread hip hop to more of my students so that they can
影响身边的人。
further influence those people around them. So this is peace, love, unity, and fun. And so more people can feel the energy of hip hop, and more people can get happy, and more people can have their lives changed and just enjoy this freedom of dance.
晶晶，我们今天这个
So today,
其实是一个街舞和
the
民谣
subject of this show, this program, is
我们是要融合
the
在
combination of folk dance and street dance, and so we're talking about combination and mixing. But today,
我会觉得会
do you feel challenged because you are quite persistent to the 1990s?
它包括跟功夫融合
I believe it's a challenge, but if we talk about incorporating hip hop with street dance and folk art, and there's a lot of innovative challenges, so you have to make a lot of attempts, and there is no right or wrong. You have just to take the try and take the shot,
通过改进怎么
improve it, just to make it better. So this is how I feel about it, and there is no border between ballet or street dance or folk dance. I believe there is something universal between them, and this is just like
有兴趣的
the bond between people.
我有一个问题想
My
问，
question to Angie, because you have been learning folk dance for quite a number of years, and I believe that you're just so talented when you take the stage. So, when you transition to street dance, is there any obstacles? Do you think it's easier, or do you think it's a challenge?
更难了？
我觉得
Well, I think it's right to the point, right
今天这个跟我
to my balance point. And today, I just had a rehearsal with
应该不到
my friend, and within 1 hour,
内我们就把一个
we were able to complete the rehearsal of a show
学蒙古
that lasts for like 1 minute and a half, and
他这个发型就是
Masan is able to give us a lot of very fantastic moves of the Tibetan dance, and that's quite unique.
哦，就是
That is the move I'm talking about. This is just handsome.
不会，就是因为我从小也接触过街舞，因为12岁左右吧。
I learned street dance when I was a kid, and when I was 12, I learned breaking. But right now, I have forgotten most of the moves. But I'm willing to take challenges. I love new styles, and I'm willing to learn from all the masters here today. And there's a lot that I can learn tonight.
切磋一下
Well,
是吧？
since we are talking the talk, why don't we give some demos?
然后最后我们
How about 莫
也
王
有这个问题啊，就是说我们都谈了这个对舞蹈的
So we all shared our understanding about dance, and what is your observation?
就调了好
Well, I have been dancing for quite a number of years. I told you, and that dance is just part of my life. Number one, it can keep your body very well. Number two, you can make a lot of friends. And number three, no matter what you do,
我之前也做过
you can make a lot of friends with dance. I used to do foreign trade. I used to do
另外是
translation, but at the spare time, I was just dancing,
也已经是
and dancing is just part of my life.
我怎么抓到的东西，但是我背上的东西
So
就是我一直带
dancing
着
is
它
something that I
然后
carry with
会
me
跟着它
all the
走
time. I
它就
walk
成为
with
我的
dance.
突破然后
I live
我
my
一直
life
就是
with dance.
无
So
论
no matter
你
what
跳什么
style
风
that
格
you are
无论你
dancing,
跳什么舞种一个真实的舞
a
者
real
他是
dancer
无限制的就是他
is not
会
confined
不
by
断
those
地去
boundaries
接触新
or
的人去
limitations.
接触
A
新
real
的
dancer
风格
will
其他的
always
文化
find a
其他的
way
一
to
些
get to know the
新
new
的创造
culture,
方式
new
他会
friends,
照不
and
同的
new
动作
moves
而
and
且
new
是多
styles.
尝试一些感
So
觉
this
然
is
后把自己的
dancing. A
经验
real
表
dancer
达在自
is
己的
able to
舞
express
舞
himself through dance.
他
Well, I believe that they have one thing in common, and that is that dancing is part of their life, and also they are very inclusive. They are willing to incorporate all the different elements. Well, they're not saying that I'm folk dance, you're street dance, we're not the same people. So they're not like that, and they are willing to mingle and make friends with each other. Well, I gained my own understanding about street dance after 2 programs, and traditionally I believe that breaking is just breaking and hip-hop is just hip-hop. Do you dance? Well, I have never learned how to dance. Well, let's give him a challenge at the end of today's program. Well, I'm not dressed as a dancer. Well, that doesn't matter. I believe I stepped in your trap and you asked me what is my New Year wish and what is yours. Let's be equal here. Well, my New Year wish is that I want to raise a puppy dog, but it's not quite realistic. Well, it's not realistic. It's not unrealistic because I have a pet cat, and I believe that if I can do that, you can raise a pet dog. So what about your new wish? Let's ask our guest how do you want to celebrate your New Year? How about you, Angis?
我呢，就是我的新年愿望就是。
My New Year wish is that I can dance every day in the New Year. I can dance with my teacher, my friends, my students. I can communicate with them. I can challenge myself and explore the many possibilities of our life. And also, I wish myself happiness in the New Year. How about you, Caspi? My New Year wish, number 1, I hope that my family, my friends, they can enjoy health. Number 2, I hope that in hip-hop, I can become more successful. I can strike a greater success for my studio in Wangjing. I hope that all the friends, if you are interested, you can just come to my studio. We can learn hip-hop together and we can dance together. I can bring more joy to more people. So, Roshka, what is your New Year wish?
For this New Year, actually, it must be funny, but this is the right place to talk about it because I would love to learn more and more and more about China and Chinese dance, Chinese culture. So for this year, I would like to become a student again and learn more to become stronger in dance. And of course, as it's the first time I'm spending my New Year away from my family, I wish them a lot of love and health, power, prosperity, and everything. And so for this New Year, I would like to learn more about
this. This is your first Chinese New Year here in China.
Exactly, first Chinese New Year.
Wow, you have to enjoy it.
Yeah, and what are you planning to do then for the Lunar New Year?
So I'm going to celebrate with my new family in China because I made new friends. So yeah, we're going to celebrate around the dinner. I think we're going to have a dinner together.
Yeah, you need to eat a lot.
Yeah, and we're going to eat a lot. I think we're going to eat a lot. And yeah, this is basically what we're going to do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hassan, are you able to travel back home for the festival? No, sadly not. And I can only stay here in Beijing and send my wishes online. I hope that I could go back home, but I didn't make it. My second wish is that I hope each and every one of us, each and every one of you watching this program can have health in the new year. My last wish is that I hope that all the dancers, no matter which style they are dancing, and they can have great luck in the year of Tiger. Just like. How about you?
Some people were surprised by you guys.
Talking about New Year wishes, I believe I have similar wishes to others. I hope that the pandemic can be put behind us. I hope that our doors can open for the world again. We can make a lot more friends. I hope that the world can get back to normal. Communication is one crucial part of our life. To me personally, yes, and to everybody as well. I hope that we can make more friends. I hope that I can travel back to my home for just once because I haven't been home for 3 years. So for 3 years, I haven't gone back home. I haven't met my family members. Well, you're forgetting you're Russian, I believe that, because you're staying so long here in China. He's picking up the dialect in Beijing and also in northeastern part of China. So you're from northeastern part of China. I'm also from the northeastern part of China. We can have a lot more chats going forward anytime. Well, let me tell you that China is also your home, and if you want to find a person to talk to, find us. So we have been talking a lot about dance, and dance is a body language, and we have been talking the talk. We have been talking too much. How can we talk so much since this is a dancing program today? A lot of the viewers, they are here to watch the dancing show. They're not here to listen to what we have to talk about. So now we're going to get into a very interesting session. We're going to have 2 rounds of interactions. So what is the name of this interaction? Well, let me announce the rules first. So traditionally, we would sing on our program, and then we go one by one to the 5th one, and then the 5th person will have the chance to guess the name of the song. But today, we are on this dancing program, so we're going to have some real physical interaction. So the first person will convey a message with his body language, and then it passes on to the 2nd and 3rd person, and then the last person has to tell what this is. So you have to show us what it is with your body language. So while this is going on, you have to turn your back to us. So now let's divide it into 2 teams, and Wowan, you can be the person who select the quiz, and then Angis and Roska. Well, this is not a challenge for them because Angis is just very flexible, and he can have this very rich body language. So now let's get started.
No pressure.
So this is quiz number 2. So they have turned around. So what I can see now in front of me is a giant Chinese character of happiness. Facing this wall, I don't know what they are talking about. So they have been dancing for quite a number of years. Well, I think this is just a trap for us. Well, let's see how much we can guess it out. Well, it will be our problem, not theirs. Well, that's hard to say. Well, what if they are so good at expressing it with their body language, but we cannot give the answer, and that will be embarrassing. Oh.
我能听到这个音乐，就感觉是一个这种黑白的哑剧，尤其是我这个墙是白的，
The music gives you no clue because it's just a pantomime, and it's like black and white color, and it's so challenging. All right. So Angis, what is your performance? Putting on his mask from his eyes, you can see that this is scary. And now he took off his mask and stepped on it. He's so happy. He's greeting all of us, and he's breathing in new, fresh air. So that's the end. So what are we guessing here? So what is the quiz?
它是一
So
个
it's a
大的事件，
big
现
event.
在目前比较大的。
啊，你给我们
Give us some clue. Give us some hint.
有什么样的
Is that a
是个新闻事件
News event,
现在最重要的事件是
current affair? Well, that is the most important topic of our time right now. Well, I think that's the pandemic. Oh, I got it.
好聪明啊，
我
I
猜
got
出来
it.
了
好聪明。
太聪明了。对，因为
What is that?
给导演鼓掌吗？
So
摘掉了
take off the
然后他还踩
mask.
两脚他应该
He
是
step on the
很
mask.
口罩
He hates
所以说应该是疫
the
情
mask. It seems that he is so relieved, and finally he can
回答正
take off the mask and put the pandemic behind us. Fantastic. You got the answer right. So Angie is truly a genius. I believe you might come from the performance department instead of the dancing department. And look at him. He has all the answer from his eyes. You can see the whole world from his eyes. And I saw him take off the mask and put it on a floor and step on it. At that moment, I know that he was telling us the pandemic is about to be over.
真的没有
Well,
完全不
I'm
知道
making no
会表演什么
mistakes here, and I didn't cheat, and I know what he was telling me
因为这样
from his body language.
OK
Fantastic. All right, the next one is on you. Now the pressure has shifted to you. So this time, let's turn it around. Angie will select the quiz and just tell us
4号
the number of the quiz. Okay, it's number 4.
再给我看一眼。哦，谢谢。
音乐结束了，是不是他们跳完了？
可能没有哦。
啊，又开始了。我听这个音乐就总有这种感觉，就是一个卓别林，
对，
然后在一个黑白的这个电影演戏，
很滑稽的感觉。
对。这次的话是握王跟我们来表演的，
他也是个戏蛮多的人。
对。
So this is the third person, and eventually Amowan will
这次你猜
give us the final show.
压
Well,
力很大。
我给你
pressure is on you. It's your turn to give the answer. I can give you some clues if I know any. So what are you here for? Here he is.
魔术。
I got it. He was just imitating a tiger because that's so similar to the cat I was raising. So
什么事件呢？
is that an incident
事件
是一个什么？
or
就是
is just an animal?
都有关的，有关系，都有关系。
Well,
说
it's relevant.
猜，刚才看到
Tell me what's your
安
guess?
吉斯的话，你挑
So
的
Angie, you selected the quiz and give us some clue.
一点都不
不要
一点都不给，
I'm gonna give you nothing. Is that a tiger?
是老虎。
是老虎，
啊，
所以
I'll keep my mouth shut. So tiger is definitely not the answer. So
是老虎，做一件什么事儿？
tiger, what does the tiger do?
等语，
等你。
等语是
等于是
So tiger, you got that right. So what did a tiger do? So the tiger came to the desk and threatened us, and this is the year of tiger.
老虎，它看
And
老虎，
然后呢？
然后嘞，
然后
what's
呢？
next?
这是什么意思？
继续，
请
What's next about the tiger?
完
老虎
整，
走，
对，完整的一个
So it's a
戏剧。
it's a complete drama. The tiger came, and then. So why did you put your finger at me when you say the word tiger? Because in China, in Chinese, female tiger is the bad name for women. Well, because you cannot give us the answer. Well, the tiger ate a person? No. The tiger went off the mountains? No.
老虎东北，它
Northeastern
口型
东北虎，
tiger
东北虎，
in China.
不是它，还有
So there was an
虎
incident.
吃人，
Tiger from northeastern part of China ate a person.
你做了这么多年的记者
Well, you are a journalist. You should follow those events. Wow, I know that a tiger from northeastern part of China
你做了这么
went to the village. Well, you have been a journalist for quite a number of years, and you should know this.
一直在吃人。
A Siberian tiger comes into the village, but runs back to the forest soon after noticing that there is nothing fun in the village.
啊，你这答
算答对了
50%。
50%也可以。
So I think you 50%. I know that he left a Siberian tiger, went up the mountain,
对，
walked in the
吃
village,
人嘛，
and then he didn't eat up any human beings, and then he just left.
所有人都逮他，还是回去吧。
那我想看一
So,
下安吉斯
Angus, what is your first show? Can you give us another
我
demo?
要知道你们是
Well,
不是中间
let
有
me
任何的
see if
牵
there
强
is any gap between all the dancers. Well, that's my first dance.
啊，是这样。
反正事情就是
Awesome.
出来了，
啊，
哎，跟你们不好玩儿。
So,
再见。
there's nothing funny in a village, so bye bye village. I'll go back to my forest. Well, I believe that they each have given a very vivid performance. You can see their neck move and their head
我想
and
知
their
道
facial
他们
expressions.
因为他们每个
Well,
人的
they
跳舞的
each
风格是不一
follow
样的
different
所以
styles of
在
dancing,
传递的
but
过程中每个人是
when
不是
you
个
are
别
communicating that message, is that also a different style? Yes, of course. And so,
catch beat 它
Catch B, and what was your performance?
老虎的话是
So to mimic a tiger, you have to open your mouth.
他就加入他的风格，看到
Well, he's incorporating his own style. And then
可以吧？
还有微吧，
he left. He got a tail. Rosca, what was your performance?
Sure. Oh, I need a little comfort. Can you stay?
嗯哼，
Can you come close a little bit? Can you just...
哇，还
还需
需要
要群演。
练的。这是一个从林子里边出来了，你看还不
So
从
the
那个
tiger
大的
is
空
coming
里
out of the
跳到现
forest.
场
There are a lot of trees. That's just
巴桑尼是当时
quite elegant and quite meticulous to the details. I believe that he has incorporated a lot of Tibetan dance.
啊，这个
Well,
有点像
What about you? Did you incorporate some Tibetan dance?
真正走的时候，
Yes.
这个背这块其实也很那个。
Well, if a tiger is walking, you can tell the movement from his back. So I
加
just
了一些这个元素。
incorporated some
所有
movement
的舞者
of
对
the back.
生活观察都非常细
All the dancers, they are
老
very
虎的一些姿态状态，包括像
particular with
Roska 刚刚
details.
那种
If you look at
老虎的
Raska, you know,
捕猎
Raska
非常
is
小心翼翼
very
很
careful.
很
You know, when
很闪
tigers
直接走的人
go
可以
to
左
a new
顾右
place,
盼
he is always very careful. So that is why he looked to the right, looked to the left. So they are incorporating their own understanding of the tiger into their
感谢感谢。
dance moves, and that is just incredible.
特别想看每个人穿的
So
是什么样
I wanted to check out the style of each and every one of you because we only saw Angie's and Mo Wang. But we were turning our back to you and we didn't see your dance. But I believe that our audience has seen that. We got a lot of comments. He said that I have learned folk dance when I was a kid, but when I'm dancing, I cannot get the feeling. Is there any good suggestions? Well, let's take a few seconds, give it some thinking, and then we are going to play a short video clip because we are soon going to celebrate the Spring Festival. We asked a lot of pedestrians and what is their wishes for the new year. All right.
我希望我的家里人都能身体健康，然后我的工作顺利，然后会有更多的时间去跳舞，我的跳舞能更上一层楼。
2022年，希望我自己越跳越好，然后希望身边的所有人，包括我，升官发大财。
So in 2022, the first thing that I want to say is that we need to be strong like a tiger, because the last 2 years have been really, really hard, not just for you, not just for me, but for everybody in the entire world. This is the year of the tiger, and I think this is a great opportunity for us to go into the new year with a sense of strength and courage and elegance.
I hope every the virus, the bad things will be ended this year because I haven't been back my hometown for 2 years. In the future, everything will be better.
I wish everyone to be healthy this year.
I hope I'm moving back to England, so hopefully safe travels, and I hope to see my family and friends soon and see that they're healthy and happy.
For New Year, I hope that the country opens, 1, so I can go home. 2, more success, more money.
My New Year wish is that Glenea Beauty is extremely successful and makes its name in China's country, basically. Oh, and to be the best me I can possibly be, period.
我最想说的是，世界各地的朋友，我们在北京，然后我们过新的一年，因为在中国一切都是 OK。
I've been trying to exercise more. I have not been exercising at all. I stopped smoking as well. My lung collapsed. It's called a pneumothorax. So I had an operation to fix that.
I think my wish and my resolution for 2022 would be more growth and more success to reach my goals and my dreams in the new year.
新年快乐 ！Happy New Year！Happy
New Year！
我要almost 啊
！Emnyagen omucha！Happy
New Year！
新年快乐 ！Happy New Year, everyone!
Happy New Year， 新年快乐
No Godam!
Happy New Year and No Wedi Mubarak！
新年快乐
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everybody!
没有想到我们的精彩的观众中也有舞者，真是都会有一个舞蹈动作。对，
看了这个之后就感觉特别的喜庆。
Some of them are dancers in that video clip, and they told us Happy New Year in their own style and their own language and dialects. And one of the audience, he said that he is the follower of Roska. He is asking you to see Happy New Year in French.
In French, yeah.
So in French we say Bonne année.
Bonne année.
Bonne année.
Année. Banana. Bonne année.
Banana. Okay, nice one. Yes.
Banana.
So if you think about the banana, think about that, and you say bonne année.
Bonne année.
Perfect. Correct.
Bonne année.
Bonne année.
Bonne année. Okay.
Cool.
新年快乐 Bonne année. 啊，刚才我们在这个视频
In that video clip, there were many different languages: Russian, French. There's no French.
Did we see French?
Yeah.
Someone speaking French in the video? Probably.
No, nobody was speaking French.
Okay.
I was waiting for that.
How do you say Happy New Year in Russian?
С Новым годом.
С Новым годом.
С Новым годом.
Novum Godam.
Novum Godam.
Novum Godam.
Yeah.
Novum Godam. Novum Godam.
Novum Godam.
S is like a preposition. Yeah.
Novum Godam.
如果用藏语的
How
话
do you
呢
see that in Tibetan?
罗萨，
扎西德勒，
扎西德勒，扎西德勒，
扎西德勒，
扎西德勒，
但前面要加一个罗萨。
罗萨是什么
Lusa, what does Lusa mean? Lusa is New Year in Tibetan.
新年快乐。
我每次
Lusa Jashidale.
我每次你也是有这种感觉，每次说扎
So
西德勒，
Jashidale, each time you see Jashidale, you cannot control the impulse of giving this gesture. Well, how do you see that in Mongolian?
拜年的时候会拿起我们
So for Mongolians, we're gonna hold a hada.
三班怒，三怒，
See, Sambanu Hanu.
三班怒，
好的意思。
三班怒，三班鸡，三班塔，三班鸡，三班塔也是都是蒙古。
Sambanji and Sambata, is that also Mongolian?
就是每个地区都有
Well, different regions, they speak different forms of Mongolian.
三班怒，
Well, he was being serious. He's not lying or making this up.
对
No,
对我是
not at all.
我也是学过的，对。
Well, I truly have learned some
然
Mongolian.
后我们就新年快乐。
So in Chinese, it's just 新年快乐.
我们应该可以同时
So
的用
how about we do
不同
this?
的语言，然后
We
去
can
说一句，对着我们
Say
的
this
这个
Happy
前面
New
的镜头
Year
说一句
while looking at the
新年快
camera
乐
on a countdown of 3, 3, 2, 1.
三
Novum Godam.
这种感觉好棒。
Feels awesome.
好乱。
对，我们还
We
有
got a lot of comments.
提到一个，有一个网友叫
Fiona Chu said
他
that
提一个问题，我觉得也许巴桑和
he got a question. Maybe Basan and
可以来
Angis
回答，因为
can
他说
answer that question. He said that
但跳街舞的时候感觉总是
he started learning folk
有什么好的
dance
办法？
from childhood, but
其实如何
when he is switching or transitioning to street dance, he lost his ideas. Any suggestions? Well, you have to get yourself fully immersed. You cannot. It's always very hard for you not to show any clues of folk dance, and you will carry some of the influence. And I successfully went through that transition. So when I was doing that transition, I regarded myself as a useless piece of a dancer. So I forgot all the things I learned about folk dance. You have to start from zero to hero.
你刚才说这点其实跟那 Roshka
Well, that's quite similar to what Roska said. Roska said that when you get to know a new dance, you have to regard yourself as a student and forget everything that you learned before. It's just a cup of water. If you are already a full cup of water, you have to empty the cup first. So how about you, Asan? Do you agree? Totally. If you have a background of folk dance, and if you wanted to transition to street dance, you will have to spend more time with those street dancers, relax yourself, forget about the folk dance, because the folk dance is all about details, about the quality of your movement, and that will make your body very rigid. But if you learn street dance, you have to first and foremost relax yourself. And Jay said, so when you were rehearsing this program, was there any fantastic collision of folk dance and street dance? Well, it's only today that they started to mingle these two dances together. So is there any interesting stories this afternoon?
我们两个团队
你们两个团队有
Well, later we're going to tell that to our audience. And later when we are giving the show, we can tell our audience what happened this afternoon. Do you think it's very difficult to work with each other? Well, it's definitely interesting because I've been doing street dance for more than 10 years. I'm attracted to a lot of the details of the folk dance. There's a lot that I could learn from them. So from Angie's, I truly have learned a lot. I learned from the facial expressions, from those funny details, and I believe that when mingled together with a street dance, it's going to be a lot more interesting. Traditionally, we have been working together just in the field of street dance, but today it's quite different. So Catch B has been saying that he is very persistent to the hip-hop in the 1990s, but today he's adding a lot of elements. We got a question from Mark.
Mark, 他说 What's the biggest difference between Chinese folk dances and street dance? 他问的是这个中国的民族舞和这个
And that is the question translated into Chinese.
容易学吗? Yeah, Roshka, it's like you tried folk dance for the first time, maybe in China.
Actually, for the second time, I had a chance a couple months before to try another style of dance, folk dance. Sorry, but today I'm just meeting for the first time. A new folk dance from Tibet, right? And like it can look easy, but actually all the dance have stories. So if you want to respect the stories, we need to look, and how my friends say, like we need to look the expression, the feelings, and the intention in each movement, and to see how the teacher do the move. Okay, maybe it's looking easy, but actually there is a story behind the move. So you need to take time to understand the story and execute the move on the perfect way. So that was actually the most difficult part of the day for me, was to have the great posture and the great high and the great levels on the right timing. So yeah, actually it's not that easy, but it's really inspiring and really rich.
它这个是一个文化的一个东西，是很重的在里边。
So it's very cultural, and if you talk about folk dance, every folk dance has a story behind it. For example, Mongolian dance and Tibetan dance, they are very relaxed, they look very grand, and I believe there is a story in it. And that is the most difficult part. You have to gain understanding about the background of the culture. Maybe to learn Mongolian dance, you have to know how to ride a horse, and that is quite different from street dance. In street dance, there is not that story. Well, we got more questions than that. Some viewers, they're asking, what is the dance that you have rehearsed? We can't wait. And some of the viewers, they're asking, what is the story that you had this afternoon? Well, I'm looking forward to that moment, because no one has seen how the two dances can be mingled together. And now it's show time, and now let's show our audience how they combine the two different dances. Group 1, Aegis and Catch B. Impressive. So that's awesome, because I have been holding my breath because I was worrying that maybe the camera may get into the footage. And this is truly a combination of flexibility and strength, and you can see a little of the Tibetan dance, but in between that there is a lot of street dance elements, and you don't feel the contradiction between these two dances. Awesome. I'm looking forward to our next show. Roska and Basang, and they will give us the next show. Let's welcome.
So
it's a lot more difficult to choreograph a dance as a team of three. This is truly amazing. It's just fantastic. The three of them gave a fantastic show of the combination of the different dancing styles, and we got a Tibetan dance, and it is filled with sunshine and optimism, and that is just unprecedented, and it's unseen, it's unheard of. Each and every one of them have a style, and now maybe they can give us some solo performances. All right, we have a piece of music, so each dancer will give a solo of 30 seconds. Roska, you'd like to go first? Thank you so much for watching this program today. I hope that you have gained a little bit knowledge and inspiration from our performance. We gave you a combination of 5 different dancing styles. Does that make you a little bit more willing to learn dance? Yes, definitely I learned a little bit, but I'm still just a beginner. So after these 2 programs, I'm gaining a little bit feeling, and this is truly fantastic. Thank you to CGTN for giving us this platform. Thank you for letting us know more about street dance and folk dance and how they combine with each other. So after this 3 days of program, after giving you many different styles of dance, I believe that each dancing lover, each and every one of you passionate about dancing, you can benefit from this program. And if you love dance, challenge yourself, and maybe one day we'll be dancing together. Stay tuned to CGTN.